this should not be like this. Delete that. Delete it. Look at that taping job holding up into this friggin' wind. Who ordered the yapperoni and cheese? Hey folks, welcome back to the garage. Today we're gonna try to tighten up these exhaust bolts, and then I wanna try to sand all this up in here, mask this off, push this out, and paint this so that we can get ready to put these doors back on. Yeah, so let's just get started. Tight, actually. If you look at these brackets here, you can see that they kind of bow out right by the this one too. Exhaust leak I'm hearing. Is that melting? I think so. Okay. I'm not sure if that's melting or not, but I don't want to take any chances. That came out nice. All right, hopefully that'll keep that safe. I'm gonna try to crank down on those bolts there. And I'm gonna keep trying to just tighten up these exhaust bolts, and then we'll catch up. Here's something else we forgot to do. I wanna make sure that my oil pressure is always sending the correct pressure. And I wanna undo this stupid thing that I did with the drywall anchor. So I bought the correct end fest, and it doesn't fit. Why? Are you serious? No, that should fit. I'm putting my foot down. You're gonna fit. All right, hang on. Let me do that. I have one more to try. It's the exact same one. Oh, what the f? Why is this like so friggin' big that this just does not work? Oh my god, this should not be like this. This should not be like this. Does this fit here? It fits perfectly on there. All right, that's good. We can hook up the water. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. I think this is almost there. If I could file a little bit off of this. I think we're ready to tug test this. Yeah, that's solid. Oh yeah, there we go. There. Excellent, this fits now. I've been futzing around with that for years. Now these are exactly the same, so. Let me get some tape. White is for coolant, and yellow is for oil. Okay, much better. That aluminized steel is already rusting down there, see it? I knew that was gonna happen. There might not be a lot I can do about the exhaust leaks until I have this like professionally done and welded. Let's leave that like that. This looks pretty solid. I'm gonna try to do the other side. Clearly see it now. I screwed this up. Alright, there's still a leak. I'm not entirely sure where it is. We'll find out at some point. I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna give it some rust reformer. Protect the iced coffee. I'm gonna 3D print an iced coffee protector. It's genius. Time lapse, go! All right, so we will put this to the side for now, but we're gonna hit this with some rust reformer in a bit. All right, so here's the plan. I want to treat the areas underneath where the molding is. If you noticed, I really hit this hard with the gum out because there was a ton of like just crap in here. It's down to like the primer here. I just want to scuff this and put the POR 15 in this channel here, along with just this edge because You can see this might actually be down to steel here. So I want to coat this a little bit. It'll be covered, but I just want to keep rust from propagating. Of course, none of this is a replacement for an actual paint job, which we will do later when the car is completely ready. But there's rust here. On the other side, there's a lot of rust in this thing, so I have to treat that. I also want to scuff this and put a fresh coat of SEM trim black on this. What I'm gonna do is scuff all this up, mask off around here within the door as well. The other side is a little rusty too, so maybe I'll just make sure to get up in here with the rust reformer. I'm not sure how this is gonna turn out. I'm nervous about it. Judging by the wind I'm hearing outside, I want to do most of this inside and then just push it out to paint it. Enough talking. Who ordered the yapperoni and cheese? It's a little rust reformer here and across here. This, not so much, but couldn't hurt, I guess. And then we'll do POR 15 top coat all along here and the SEM trim black here. All right, so I just had lunch. I have kind of a bad headache, so I'm just gonna try to finish up that side and then I'm gonna call it for today. It's very windy, oh, it was very windy out. Might spray something on here, I'm not sure yet. All right, I might have just had enough to do this one side, but that's okay. I think we're good. We'll go from here forward with the POR 15, and then from here back with the SEM trim black. Let this dry. It actually just occurred to me that I need to wait 24 hours before I could put a top coat on this. We're gonna push her back in. We gotta let this stuff do its anti-rust magic. Almost forgot to completely overspray this thing. All right, so we got this rust reformed. Promise this isn't gonna look bad. It'll look okay until we get this thing painted. If you remember, the rust in this area was terrible, so I want this to like cover that up, make it nice. All right, quick course correction here. It's the next day. I did this entire section in SEM trim black. I am not gonna spray the white because, for one thing, you're gonna have a black trim piece that comes right across here like that. Then you're going to have the black door insulation that comes across here. So all you're gonna have is a white strip going across this way like that. That didn't make sense to me. So we're just gonna do these 3 coats. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit and then I'm gonna pull off all of this when I feel like it's safe. But yeah, we're pretty much done with it. I'm gonna let this sit in the sun for a little bit. When we paint the car, we can go over this if we need to, just sand it and go over it. But if not, then you know, it gives us a whatever. It doesn't matter because that's what it's gonna look like. Here's the other side. Nice. All right, we're back and it is hopefully door day. I set this thing up. All right, that's a little sturdier than I thought it was, but I don't know. I feel like I'm doomed. I feel like this is gonna drop my door on the floor. So let's push the car out and see what we can do about getting it into position. Where we're at. This one, last one is the thread in. It's a little too short, and we're just, the angle's a little wrong here, but you can't push it in any farther because this thing's in the way. It's a little high up here. I kind of like the width of this gap here. It's pretty solid this way. Let me see if I can get that top hinge to come back just a smidge. All right, this came in a little tighter than I was hoping. All right, I think I got it. It is up higher over here, but there's really nothing I could do about that. This is a pretty tight gap, but this is what it needs to close properly without hitting anything. I'm just gonna tighten these up, and then we'll be good to do the passenger door. Holy shit, there's doors. What do you think?
Wow, I'm speechless.
It has doors.
Oh my God, she's a real car.
The only thing I'm concerned about is starting this engine up. This thing's gonna be really friggin' loud in here. Gotta get the...
Start her up.
Pull the power in the back. It's here, but up here it's a little proud, which is weird.
It's all right. I think it's all right. I mean, we'll straighten it out.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right, we've got doors. 2 doors. There's a lot that's concerning about this door. This was from when the door went out too far this way, and then was rubbing against the fender for a couple years, or a couple weeks, something, I don't know, but that has to get fixed. This is from what I just fixed the other day when I pushed the skin back. Ugh, that's gross. Let's never say that again on this channel. I tweaked this a little bit, but it's still a little proud up here. Again, this gets covered with that whatever, the door belt molding here. This did not fit really well, so problem is I don't have the things to set up the power windows, but I need to run the power windows up and down in the channel while this is getting heated by the sun so that it pushes all into position. See, it's kind of popping out. This corner is always a mess. Started it before I heard a weird noise, so I had to shut it off. It might just be the bolt on that tailpipe. I don't think I fully tightened it. This one. I'm gonna have to tighten that up. Yeah, the gap on this side is a little tight, but it's fine. I tried to tweak this as well as I could. It does move a bit because there's no weather strip in there yet, but there will be, I promise. Still have to scrape this. One of the longest and most painful processes on this car is finally, well, sort of, complete. I guess I'll just wrap up this video because I think this is a continuation from last week. At this point, we will hopefully just be able to move forward on things. I want to get the fenders on next. Side skirts, rear bumper, front bumper, hood, and then I have to get it registered and inspected. So I have to make sure I have seat belts and all the other safety items because this is a safety-only vehicle at this point. If you like this video, drop me a thumbs up. Or don't, it's up to you. I just appreciate you watching this far anyway. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Fellas, I owe this thing an apology. It was better than I thought it would be, although that connection does kind of suck.